Ooh, shit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Locker Room Banter.
Well, the ladies are always welcome.
Always, always. We are here, y'all. We are here. Episode number 37, the second of the new year.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Let me tell y'all who y'all got rocking with you today. Start with yours truly, Anwar, a.k.a. Plus Two, a.k.a. Pluco, or Big Pluco to y'all. Get it right, get it right.
This nigga here.
You can find me on Instagram at ANWARW underscore 357. That's ANWARW underscore 357. And on Facebook, it's just Anwar Williams. Watch, talk to him.
Yeah, man, you already know who it is, man. This your boy Watts coming to you live and direct here from the studio here in ATL, Georgia. That's right. It's the middle child of the podcast
Yes,
here.
sir.
Holding it down for y'all, man. Shout out to Leesburg, man. Drizzy Mo, holla at the folk.
Yeah, it's your boy Dre, a.k.a. Drizzy, Dre, K.A. Open Sesame. Goddamn government finally opened up. I hear it's temporary, but, we gotta count your blessings where you got them. So holla at your boy on just underscore Dre underscore LRB. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Now we're officially here at episode 37, man. And Dre already alluded to it a little bit, man. But the government has reopened for 3 weeks, I believe it is.
Yeah, 3 weeks unless he can, unless we can get
31
past that.
days. 32 days.
I mean, hey, it's 3 weeks. That's
Yeah.
that is a victory, a little bit of a victory. Let's take it that way because I mean, he has to fold eventually on this damn wall promise that he made, and I do feel like it's not a solution yet, but I mean, it's progress. It's progress, man. What y'all think about it? What y'all thinking about it?
Well, like you said, I do think there's some progress. The fact that he's come down enough to realize that, hey, man, as stubborn as he is and selfish as he's being, you're ruining a lot of lives. And this isn't just about, 800,000 to close to 1 million people that are hurt by it. This is going to come back and bite you later. You know what I mean? This isn't just something you just turn back on and everything goes back to normal. You've killed the economy a little bit with that little setback you just did. So, yeah, it stings.
There was reports, I believe it was Friday before. Was it Friday or Saturday? Friday or Thursday before the government opened back up. That air traffic controller at the airport at the Newark airport up in New York. Was it New York?
New Jersey, New York.
Well, it was one of the airports. I can't remember which one it was, but one of them that the air traffic controllers walked off really, and they had to shut down because they couldn't get flights in, man.
Damn.
So yeah, man, that they don't. He's starting to realize how dangerous this government shutdown could be when people not getting paid.
Oh, yeah.
And not being able to show up to work. That's kind of crazy, man. Dre, man, holla at him.
Yeah, no, it was a 32-day shutdown, I believe. Considered the longest in history, and it's one of those things that your boy 45 Agent Orange has contributed to making us look crazy as hell. People need their jobs, and it's interesting because for some reason I thought that people who work for the government are like all rich, but then it started to dawn on me that these are just jobs that are classified as government jobs or whatever. So
I don't know why you thought that,
so,
bro.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I was just thinking of like politicians, White House workers, and people
You got to
of
think
that
about
caliber.
it. You got to think
salary
about it, man.
caliber.
I was about to say you got to think about it. Most of the people that's working for the government though are contractors, man. That's the hard part about it. We have a lot of friends, in particular, that went to college with us that are all freaking contractors, man. So yeah, man. You got to think about that. They weren't getting paid, and the thing about it being shut down is that they're not going to get back pay.
Exactly.
So that's the one thing that's going to be hurting them the most. So
They're trying to do something to expedite checks to the ones that are, still working to get them checks immediately. But how can you really do that? You know what I mean? Like, and that's another thing they're going through. Like, okay, yes, the government shutdown is lifted temporarily, but what about my check? I need something now, not another 2 weeks for a work. I need that to sit in my account like ASAP.
They say that's really the real reason why he's really even opened the government back up so that they could get a paycheck.
Sure.
But the thing is, they got to wait another 2-3 weeks in order to get that paycheck that they're missing.
Yep.
Does that mess up the economy? Not having people getting paid and stuff, because the economy is ran off people spending.
It's already messing up the economy. I mean, you already had the stock market and everything went down off of that, the government shutdown and all that stuff. I don't know the details about how else it could affect the economy, but I'm pretty sure it really can.
I mean, but you hit it on the head. Really, it's like it's affecting the economy, but it's more of like a safety issue. Like, think about TSA workers that are all government paid or government based, and they're way more important than people give credit to at the airports. You know what I mean? You're going to be able to get slipped all kind of things through airports. We've seen the gun go back, about a few weeks ago. The gun made it through And I blame that,
Oh
on
yeah,
maybe having,
the TSA agent, the gun got through TSA security
yes, exactly.
here in Atlanta. Yeah, that's right.
And I would like to, put that and say that I blame that on the fact that they probably were short staffed because of this whole shutdown. So some people may not want to tie that to it, but hey, you very well much can tie that to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right though, Dre, as well as far as the economy because, like you said, if there's no money coming in, people can't get paid. And again, it's not like you're gonna back pay and then you can get back to your normal life. Now you have to recoup all that you missed. That was a whole month, and change that you weren't paid. Some people's rents weren't paid, mortgages, things of that nature. So even when they do start getting their checks back, they got to catch up on bills. So there's still no spending that's going to take place immediately.
Okay, I got a question.
Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
So should Joel Santana be like get a
this
little
nigga.
remorse,
This nigga.
given the fact that he got a gun through the airport? You know what I'm saying?
No, he should not. Sorry.
Just
no.
give the man a little credit.
Just like
No.
Tip, just like Plies.
What does that have to do with anything? You
they
act like
shoulda-
bringing the gun through the airport should have been legal or something.
No, you know what I'm saying? They maybe could bend the rule a little bit
No.
because goddamn, they
No.
was just walking off and somebody got a gun on there, right?
His ass just deserved the shit that he got.
Yeah.
She's gonna bring a gun to an airport, bro. What the
Yeah.
fuck?
I don't know how his situation went. I know like Plies had a
He
recent
said that
situation.
he said he forgot that the gun was in his suitcase.
And that's what a lot of them say. Like even Plies say, like some people are in control of his bags and which ones get packed, which ones don't. So he'll grab the wrong bag, and that's the one that usually goes on like the bus ride or something that has the gun in it. And that's the one.
Exactly.
But let's sit here and let's not
Go ahead.
not play games.
I'm about to go ahead.
It's the ones that forget that the gun is in there when the gun go off on accident
Yeah.
and some shit happen.
Exactly. Then
So
what?
yeah,
Who's
then
guilty?
what? Then who guilty?
Yeah.
That
You're
person
right.
who brought the gun.
You can't blame it on them forgetting or grabbing the wrong bag. Either way, I don't care how important you are. You know your luggage, bro. Like, come on now. You know what you pack and don't
Exactly,
pack.
man.
Like,
All right, man. Free Santana, man.
Man,
Jit.
that nigga ain't even doing no real jail time, man. Get out of here.
nigga doing overnight. You talking about free Santana?
Anyways, man, I'm gonna keep it with the government real quick, and some other government news. I mean, we are getting closer and closer to closing in on that guy, number 45, to getting up out of here. Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yes.
One of his former consultants, one of his former political party members, Roger Stone. Is that his name? Yeah, Roger Stone was recently arrested in collusion with. Dang, I can't remember his name. Mullen.
Cohen?
Yeah, Cohen. Yeah. Because of the Russian investigation and all that stuff, man. So they seem like they're trying to, close in on that guy that's in the White House who's serving cold burgers and stuff to national championship team members and stuff. But that shit was stupid anyway. But yeah, man. I just wanted to point that out, man. But on some lighter news, but while we're talking about the government, you want to go ahead and make that announcement about what was made on Martin Luther King's birthday, who's going to be running for our 2020 candidate, Dre?
Yes. Senator Kamala Harris. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Senator Kamala Harris running for a Democrat, a Howard University alumni, and I believe the third woman.
I ain't gonna say that.
The third woman to be running and the first black woman in this race.
Okay, man, that's big news, man. Big
like
news.
those apples.
Big news, man. I think I really love that. There's apparently some other candidates that may be coming out soon that's going to be of African American descent. I think one of the other ones are Cory Booker that they said they were looking at, but he's still questionable about it. But yeah, man, that is big news for the ladies and for our culture, man. So,
Okay.
what's your thoughts on it too?
Nah, I don't have any. I'm thinking, only thing I can think of, because I know I heard the radio speaking about the fact that she's also a AKA, right? Yeah,
I have no idea about Greek affiliations.
Well, she is light skinned.
No, they did. They said that she's a member of.
Whoa!
This nigga.
Whoa!
He said she is light skinned. Is that what he said?
God, Jesus Christ!
I just want to set the tone. You understand me?
said-
Well, she is a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. So a lot of people will question the fact that are people going to biasly just assume, hey, she's AKA, I'm voting for her. But then they said there are some Ks that are speaking about saying, I'm not going to vote for her, even though she's my sister, Soro, whatever, I'm not going to vote for her because they're not in agreement with a lot of her policies.
What did the AKA got to do with anything? I'm just
the
curious.
fact that the black following is saying that she might be a shoo-in because of how many millions of Ks are out there that would just push for her alone. Like, you know how we say, okay, black people are going to vote for black people, but
I know. So if that's the case and black people outnumber black people, what the K thing got to do with anything?
just an added thing to get, because the women vote has always been less. You know what I mean? No
What?
offense, the black woman vote.
Nah, I think that's opposite.
Yeah, I don't think it's
I think that's
black
opposite.
women.
That's the
vote.
reason.
I thought there was.
That's the reason why
niggas.
That's the reason why the election in Alabama was. I can't remember what the election was, but 97% the votes were women in
Okay.
Alabama.
Well, that's just Alabama.
Oh my God.
Well, that was just the topic of discussion as far as something that might also help her case
Okay.
in maybe people
I don't
voting for
think
her.
AKA got anything to do with
Yeah.
it, but that's just my thought. Dre, you have any other thoughts about Kamala? I'm not even sure if
Yes.
I'm pronouncing that right.
What I do want to say is some material that I came across was like what do they have, like analysis, or how the strategies that they use during while they're running for presidency and running for these positions. Um, they're gonna definitely try to win a large number of black voters. So the things that they'll be saying will be geared towards getting a rise out of us. So we kind of got to be careful of who's just trying to do so, who's just trying to pander for our community, and who really mean what they say. So I think based on the run with Andrew Gillum, which everybody was paying attention to, we should make sure that we're paying attention to what's going on, and try to educate yourself on the things that these people are proposing to us. Okay, so don't be naive or gullible.
That is actually the primary way of most people actually winning the votes is because they try to pander to our community. Kamala Harris is an AKA. I did just look that up, so Anwar is correct about that, and they do
And she
have
is light skinned.
that. My God, bro, there are dark skin, light skin, dark skin AKAs, bro. Jesus
I'm
Christ.
just playing. I love y'all.
But they do have a article about tapping into her secret source, which is the AKA community, the sorority community. I still don't
That's
think it
just
got
a
shit.
narrative.
I still don't think it got shit to do with anything, but
Yeah.
that's just my thoughts.
It's,
I feel
Anwar,
you.
Anwar, you are correct. You are correct. I want to give you
they're
your
just
props when
trying to
it's due.
find something to talk about and
Does
make it
correct.
sound negative.
Dang, I was about to say something. I was about to say, oh yeah, but yeah, they always trying to target our community, and whoever wins our community is typically the ones who can, kind of, get that gain to sway the younger generation of their community. To be honest with you, because our, hip hop, the black community are the biggest influences in the world. So. That's just my
Yeah.
thoughts about it. I mean, because they always come to us. That's the reason why Bill
Yeah,
Clinton
man.
came to us. That's the real reason why Bernie Sanders came to us. Hillary Clinton, all of them came. They came to us because they know that we could sway the younger generation, which is the generation that's going to be taking over soon
Yeah.
when it comes to these elections.
Yeah, so
To vote.
side eye all of
Yeah,
that.
like it or not, that's why 45 trying to have that fake relationship with Ye because of the influence he has on young, black people, I guess you can say.
I mean, you're not. I ain't saying you're wrong, but yeah, I ain't saying you're wrong on that. You might be right. You
That man
might
don't
be
care
right.
about no damn Ye.
He don't. He don't. He just using them. But I think that's why Ye's starting to realize that he is using them
Hopefully,
a little
shit.
bit.
Wake the hell up, bro. But anyway.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So keeping it with a little bit of local news that's been popping off a little bit lately. Um, we had an incident this past, was it MLK? Now, it was Martin Luther King weekend, that Friday, right? Where we had, a term, not a turmoil, but I guess a situation where there was some conflict between the Black Israelites. Uh,
Oh yeah.
would you call these cats the little white boys?
Like
Would you call
they're
them the?
just little teenage white boys. That's what they were with
I was about to
MAGA
say.
hats.
I was about to say whatever the little neo crap that they talking about now, but
Neo-Nazi?
the
No,
neo-Nazi. Would you call them
not
that?
yet, not yet.
But
Why
yeah,
not?
and then because they didn't
Oh,
do nothing.
okay.
You ain't even
Yeah.
watch the video, so
We don't do nothing, we get called worse. But go ahead.
you ain't even see nothing. You don't even know what we talking about. So how
I
you
need a
talking
chance
about?
to bash them like they bash
And
us.
then the Indian community, the Indian chief who was
I
just
did
out
see
there
that.
celebrating and all that stuff,
Yeah.
The vet.
trying to be a mediator between the two parties. Dre, I'll let you talk about this one because
Yeah.
I ain't really got too much about it.
Okay, so as far as I know, first video that you probably were the first video that you probably saw was a little white kid looking like he was taunting a Native American guy. Uh, Nathan Phillips, I'm sure. I think he's a vet or something like that. I don't know what he served in, but anyways, he's an activist and a veteran. And you see him playing the drums, and it looks like the white kid did something wrong. However, if you go a little further back, you'll see that the white kids had, in my opinion, they had the type of attitude they had because the black Hebrew Israelites were over there cussing their ass out like they do everywhere I've seen them. I've seen them in New York City. I believe I've seen them in Atlanta, and I've seen them in Tallahassee. and they do the same thing. They condemn whoever the hell walking past them and tell you why you need to change your ways. Like, nigga, you don't even know me. But anyways, so the issue that I have is I think they should be held accountable by us, anybody else, but by us, due to the fact that they were talking to teenagers as if they were teenagers themselves. You know, I heard something. I heard Ti say something like, you can discipline my children in an adult way, but when you stoop down to the level of kids or teenagers, knowing that you're the adult and you're to be the mature one, then whose fault is it really? So that's all. I just the kids were kids. They white kids. They on the white kid. They on the white people team. I don't fault them for being white people, but I don't think the Black Hebrew Israelites make it any better by the way they represent themselves.
All right, Nick Sanderman is the kid who had the Magna hat on that was walking across in front of the Indian guy's face, Nathan Phillips' face. So, like Dre said, if you look at it, it looked like he was taunting Mr. Phillips, Nathan Phillips, about playing the drums, about his Indian culture and all that stuff. But really, what it was Nick Sanderman, and I don't know the full details. It looked like he was just on a vacation with his school because they're from Kentucky, in the D.C. area, and they were walking around, and they were just trying to have a good time,
waiting on the bus,
trying to have a good time, entertaining themselves while they was waiting on the bus. And then the Black Israelites, escalated the situation. Like Dre said, they always cussing somebody out. Shit. I've been in Orlando Classic a couple times. Any event period, even downtown Orlando, just walking down the streets, and they always cussing you out because they feel like you're not doing that, you're not worthy or something like that.
You're not as good as them.
Yeah, I got nothing against them. At first, when I was younger, I didn't know who the Black Israelites was. I thought it was a whole bunch of cute dolls out there just making some noise. But once I started realizing what they was talking about, yeah, man, they're a little bit. They are a little radical.
They're radical
in their approach, man. They are a little radical in their approach. But the kid, though, if you ever been to DC, I don't know if you've been to DC lately.
Not lately, but last year.
Last year, but if you go to DC, like that's the thing. Like these kids, they go on field trips. They get in DC.
Yeah.
The first thing they're getting is a Magna hat.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, what Dre said, white people gonna be white people.
Yeah, they're gonna OD on they white.
That is when I first got to DC, when I got to DC last year, I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? But I mean, they don't even really realize what the fuck they're wearing, to be honest with you, because they're still teenagers. They're still trying to define themselves and figure out who they are themselves. And that Magna hat is supposed to be the cool thing right now, thanks to Kanye, quote unquote.
Right,
that's his cape. He calls it a cape.
That's jokes right now, man. That's jokes right now, man. But thanks to Kanye.
They call them incest babies. You got lice on your back. Like, God damn, leave them kids alone. Goddamn, not you.
But man, yeah, they are a little radical in their approach, and I do feel like they could do a lot better about how they approach people if they want to get their message out effectively. You know what I mean? So yeah. Anwar, you got anything in the local news or anything that's going on, man? You got any updates that you want to give out?
Sure, nothing local. Y'all kind of hit everything on the head that I guess was more or less relevant.
I mean, we could talk about your boy. Since you kind of gave a introduction to your new alias, earlier, you could talk about your boy.
Pluko?
They say that soldier ain't from the hood.
They say Big Soldier ain't from the hood. Big Soldier is still out here making noise, y'all. Ever since the rant he went on the Breakfast Club and a couple other podcasts and outlets. Hey, he's been getting a crazy following. He already had a crazy following, of course, but his following game has picked up even more, and some people almost blindly following him. Like, hey, what he's saying is right. Soldier for president, all kind of crazy shit. Like, y'all doing too much.
Real shit, though. Mm-hmm. Has he said anything wrong?
No. And I was waiting for that. No, you're right. And I'm sitting there waiting and trying to dissect. He might be a little extra about how he's letting it out, but hey, I'm tired of being humble. This is me speaking as if I'm a soldier. I'm tired of being humble. Like, nobody's paying homage, and then actually making it like I ain't do shit. Yeah. Oh, I'm not big. I'm not a big name in rap. I'm not a culture, changer. Everybody giving Migos, credit for being culture changers. Soldier one of the first ones to change the culture. You know what I'm saying? Period.
Yeah. This whole online thing that's going on, Instagram, getting your followers up, all that stuff. Big Soldier taught y'all niggas how to do this shit.
Yeah.
Y'all better give Big Soldier his props, man. I tried to tell y'all that shit back in 2010, but y'all ain't want to listen to me.
Yeah.
What?
Stupid.
Yeah, right. Idiot. You ain't never say, oh, y'all better listen to some. No, I ain't gonna front, bro. We was dancing. Back then.
I mean, he was making he was the first song that caught fire off the dance movement, maybe that Laffy Taffy, the snap and all that stuff. But he was the first song with the crank that.
Yeah.
And niggas cranked that shit until they started doing all these other challenges. It was the first song to do that.
Yeah, and he had a long following too. Like what I mean by long is people stayed with him for many years. You know what I'm saying? Like he still has those same people that follow him from the get. That's still right behind.
I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you, bro. I was driving in the car the other day, nigga had me a whole Soulja Boy session.
It wasn't a Bentley truck though, like he just copped. It wasn't a Bentley truck like Soulja just copped.
You're right, because I can't afford it, bitch. I'm still riding the Honda GPS, whatever
Man,
that shit.
millions is millions, man. Shit, millions is millions.
What about how do y'all feel about the game console though, man? Y'all gonna buy that?
I don't know much about it. I just know that
I was supposed to look
has
into
his own
reviews.
Yeah, I just know that he has his own console, and he said it plays over like so many hundreds of games.
Every game, every station, every console.
Yes, like Sega games, Nintendo games, old Street Fighter, the old Sonic, all that stuff. Honestly, it sounds like one of those things that we've been able to buy like at the mall or something, but I guess he just made his own version. And why not? Then people are saying it's bootleg, it's the same thing as everything else, and he's like, well, doesn't everything have to have a competitor? And it's like, yeah, you're right, bro.
I mean, I ain't got no problem. I ain't got no problems with it. To be honest with you, like I feel like if you're gonna venture out into that avenue, shoot, because it is a huge gaming avenue out there.
Yeah.
Like shit, do your thing.
Of course.
And the girl Nadeska from Everyday Struggle was kind of trying to like, why do you have so many businesses and all that stuff? You can kind of tell that she a little bit young in her mindset.
That's a hater to ask that.
When you asking something like that, because if you ain't got no business out here, every business venture is a potential of you making profit. The goal in life is to own a business that's making profit money for you while you sleep.
Of course.
And shit, if you have, no matter if you just trying something or whatever, any income is an income. So shit, I can't hate on them for having money.
They say to become wealthy, not rich, you should have at least seven streams of incomes.
Yep.
So again, this is the whole different bracket of money. So Soulja's on the right path, and obviously they also said you ain't doing something right if somebody ain't hating on you. You know what I'm saying? So he's winning right now, and I got to give props where due.
And Anwar the one hating on him. I'll check that out.
Ain't nobody hating on him. You see, I just made myself a new alias. Pluko. Big Pluko.
Old girl tried to explain herself, too.
She tried to. Her explanation didn't do too well.
How old was she? You said 20
She was like,
I don't know how
she was like, everybody knows that great entrepreneurs have about 3 businesses. First of all, everybody don't know that, and you speaking from whose perspective? Because if you speaking from yours, I'd rather take Soulja Boys. Because I hop about the bed, turn my swag on, look in the mirror, and say, what's up?
And she's still working at Complex, and I'm pretty sure she's not making as much money as any residuals like Soulja Boy is making right now.
Yeah, she ain't got no songs either, so shut up.
So you got to have songs in order to make money to be a millionaire?
Soulja Boy know what he's talking about. I will say this about Soulja Boy, because he's still making music. I tried to listen to Fuego, and I think the time where he came out, that flow and cadence that he had, it matched perfectly. I don't think he's done so good.
Oh, you know what I'm about to get into?
Since
you said that, though, let's go ahead and pull up Ariana Grande's new song.
Okay.
Have you heard it?
Yeah, I heard the snippet.
Have you heard it?
Yeah, I heard that bullshit. But yeah, he hasn't transitioned well.
Soulja?
What? Soulja ain't transitioned well?
Yeah, when the last song you listened to him?
The one that he had with Drake, I can't remember what it was. But anyways,
how old is it?
It's about 4 years ago. But anyways, let's listen to Ariana Grande's new song, man, real quick, so we could compare the cadence that you're just talking about, the flow, the style of Big Soulja out here that all these motherfuckers in 2018, 2019 out here copying, man. Tell me. Okay. I want you to tell me what song you think this song reminds you of.
I already know.
And then we gonna play this song that I think you remind you of.
I already hear it.
I'm finna look up the lyrics. These are a few of my favorite things, for one. The Christmas song.
What's that?
Swag.
Everybody pay attention. This right here is my pretty boy swag. But they say Big Soulja ain't from the hood.
But they say Big Soulja ain't from the hood, but all these little niggas out here stealing them nigga flow, bro. They stealing Big Draco flow, nigga.
Come on, that got Big Draco written all over it. Just like he said, Drake, little verse. He was like,
Drake?
He said, Charlotte say, what Charlotte say? Now everybody gonna call that man Charlotte. Charlotte say, hold on, that's Kiss Me Through the Phone.
Right. Yeah, Charlotte was just making up shit.
Yeah, that nigga stupid.
What? He was trying to egg his ass on.
Now I'm gonna tell you one thing. The rant that Soulja's on, say what y'all want, but it's working because on my way to Watts house, the last time I came here, I had a Soldier Boy run. I played
I
Pretty
told
Boy
you.
Swag. I played Kiss Me Through the Phone like 3 times.
Soldier.
Hey,
So,
Soldier.
no, you would play Kiss Me Through
Soldier.
the Phone. No,
Yeah, I played that shit
everybody,
too, man.
everybody played that shit, bro.
That shit went. Part.
He put all y'all in his rap game, man. His
Even
music
that
game.
verse he wrote, woke up out that bed, turn my swag on.
Yeah.
After he wrote that, how many people said they woke up and turned their swag
Swag on. Yeah, you right. You right.
You
And
know?
that shit was so stupid, but
We
that shit was
clowned
so
it, but that's
hard.
the whole thing. That was his biggest point. Everybody clowned it when he did it, but they turned around and did it and made a hit out of it. So how you gonna clown me for doing it? But then as soon as I do it, you imitate it and you get a hit from it and you get the credit, you get the props, you get the praise. Why you shit on me for making that bar? You
You
know
right.
what I mean?
You right. I
He
can't.
was a
Hey,
teenager too. He was a jit.
I mean, just people just they wouldn't take him
Yeah.
serious. I mean, just like we didn't take the Migos serious when they
Yeah,
first came
yeah.
out with with the Versace joint. I mean, so hey,
Yeah.
it is what it is, man. But it's all good though. We putting respect on Big Draco on our name in 2019.
Big Draco,
he
man.
did not. Do y'all feel like he did have the biggest comeback in 2018 or what?
I mean, I feel like Charlotte was right and Meek had the biggest comeback in
All right,
2018.
we'll give him that. We'll give him that. We'll give him that. But
He know how to aim at his goal and master that shit. I tell you that much.
he coming back. He is about to have the biggest comeback in 2019.
Yeah.
You got to give him that though. Got to give him his respect on that.
Yeah. I feel you.
But it's his listen to his mixtape and you'll see what I'm talking about with his flow.
Y'all gonna watch the movie? The Draco
I'm
movie?
watching
Hell
that shit,
yeah!
nigga.
Pa, 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 pa.
And then I hit that nigga like pop, pop, pop. And I went up on him, I seen it, I put his mask in, I knew him. So I ain't shoot him in the face, I shot him in the back. Pop, pop, pop. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to Big Draco, man. Shout out
Big
to
time.
Big Draco, man. Other
Big
news that
Soul.
popped up, man, over in Paris, I believe, man. Your boy Chris Brown, man, got into some trouble for a little bit, man. You know, we get a little bit of slack when we could bring these discussions up. I kind of already know what Anwar going to say about this subject, but I'm gonna just go ahead and give the background story. Dre, you want to give the background story over in Paris?
Nah, you go ahead.
All right, over in Paris, France, you know, Chris Brown is over on tour over in Europe, and you know, I guess he had a little gathering at his crib, at his hotel room. You know, he was there with a couple people, and you know, there were some sexual acts that went on, and this young lady, I don't remember her name, came out and made some rape allegations against your boy Chris Brown, saying that it was a volatile sexual assault that she partook in. One of his security guards, I believe, and one other homeboy, including Chris Brown, were arrested at the time. But since then, Chris Brown has been let go. Charges have not been dropped, despite all the people that's out there saying that the charges are dropped. They said the investigation is still going on. But Chris Brown did turn around and came out, made a Instagram post saying that this bitch is lying. This bitch is lying, and he also plans on suing this chick for defamation of character, man. So thoughts? Let's go. Give me your thoughts.
Oh, shit. I'll start, I guess.
This ain't Trump.
What happened?
I thought the charges. I thought she came and like retracted
There was
her
another girl. There was another girl that was there that said that nothing happened, and that's what everyone thought that was her, and everyone thought that was the girl that came out with the allegations and said that nothing happened. She was there, and it wasn't him that wasn't there, but that wasn't the girl that came out with the allegations. There was another girl. I mean, like I said, it was a party, and apparently Chris Brown was also there with his girlfriend as well. So that's why they're saying, you know, he didn't have anything to do with it. But the girl who made the allegations, she had the charges weren't dropped. They still investigating everything right now.
Damn.
Okay, let's take it away.
So that's a new update I heard, because last I heard was that they dropped the charges because the girl did say that he wasn't there. He wasn't partaking.
That was another girl that they thought was her.
Yeah, but then I also heard something else. I didn't go into this, but I did hear that he say that he had sex with a woman there, of course, but it was she said now she's trying to flip it and say she was psychologically like persuaded into it or something like that.
What?
Yes. So what's happening now is the case that they have for the defamation of character is pretty much going to be like, okay, Chris Brown's going to win this because now you're just trying to find another loophole to keep him tied to this. You know, yes, he had sex with a girl out there, but now she's saying, okay, no, it wasn't
He a
rape,
hypnotist.
but like I was almost like persuaded to do it or whatever. And it's like, you still want him tied to that the whole time. But that man, first you say he didn't do it, then he's telling you, hey, I'm just gonna sue your ass back. So now you're like, damn, I don't want them problems. Well, how can I make this shit still stick? And now it's like a counter to the him being released. I don't know what to say about that because again, I mean, no one knows the true story except him, her, and God. But it's just the timing. That's the name of the game right now. Timing. Behind this whole R. Kelly thing, they even have a hashtag I'm looking up literally right now that's saying mute Chris Brown too, because he's clearly being committed to being trash. What they mean by that is he's been openly speaking about like people misaccusing, I guess you can say, or falsely accusing rather, him and other people of rape and making it like it's just so okay. But then when he's like almost making jokes about it, they're looking at him like, bro, it's still a sensitive subject. Be calm about how you respond. Now to tell him just shut up because you're like okay right now, but just shut up. Honestly, it's almost like I don't blame him because damn, you just threw this big ass charge at me. I just lost probably millions of more dollars and millions of more fans because of it. I'm innocent, but no one wants to hear that part, right? No, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, fuck y'all. And I'm gonna, come at you. He should pull a 50 Cent. Like 50 doing with an old girl. Like just bash. Like go down her throat. No pun intended. Go down her throat about this because she had no question coming at you at first.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's sensitive because, there are really people out there that, are dealing with this. And you tie him to it because of his past. And, some people make the story stick just because it's past,
Yeah, I feel you. Dre, what you got?
Yeah, I feel bad for Chris Brown, man. I tried to look up some good deeds of Chris Brown the other day, and all I could see is a bunch of negative. Everything that they accuse him for, like the only good thing I seen is him making donations in 2013. Every mention of him is what he did, with Rihanna, and the man can't catch a break, pulling out guns on girl. Everything that he was accused of. It's like, damn, every time he take a step forward or does something. Which I see why he did that album with all them damn songs because he has to make his own way to get his credit and to get his, I guess, accolades and everything like that. Because nobody got this man back. Nobody got this man back in the system or anything like that.
Yeah, of course not.
So, and he struggles. I don't want to say mentally, but he struggles with stress, and he can lash out on a motherfucker. I'm sure. Chris Brown needs one of those rooms where he can just tear shit up. So every time he gets stressed out, he can go break shit in his room and then come back and say, "Listen, everyone, everything is fine."
Well, I mean, there was one point in time where he did have those rooms when he was in therapy and he broke out.
He released himself early.
Oh, he had one of those rooms, like literally.
Yeah,
he broke out of the room.
He broke out of therapy. I don't know if it was one of those rooms literally, but
he was in
therapy to try to get rid of his aggression and all that stuff, and then he broke out. And then there was also another allegation that he was having sex with one of the workers at the place.
I don't blame him.
This actually turned. I didn't mean to turn this into no Chris Brown bashing segment. That's
like
what we doing.
See, it's hard, man.
But I do got a question though. I do got a question for y'all. Not necessarily with the exclusion of this allegation. Chris Brown does have a history of going on some like random like negative type stuff, like Dre just said. Mm-hmm. Why do we as a black community continue to try to give him a pass on that? I'm just curious.
Let's see.
Pass on what?
We just ignore it and let him just continue to do what he want to do.
I think it's two sides to that.
Because we don't ignore it.
Why we don't ignore it? You just said
because he always being blasted. He's always being blasted. But he gets that. So somebody could come to his.
But we still playing his music. We still going to his concerts. We still supporting him. You just seen that everybody just came out before even the announcement of the allegations being false. Everybody came out, said the bitch lying and all that shit. I mean, I'm just saying.
He even got a clothing line.
You saying why do people back him up? Because I think some people believe him over all of the I don't want to say condemnation, but over all of the negative things that's always said about him.
So I'm saying, but if someone's continuously doing a negative act, why are you continuously supporting that person while they're continuously doing negative acts?
Because he's accused of doing negative acts. He's not always.
Not all the time.
He's not always proven to be doing that.
Has he not gone to jail?
Yeah. So
has he not gone? Has he not been in therapy, sent to therapy, and all that stuff?
Yeah. So, but when's the last time he was in therapy?
I mean, it was just like not a couple months ago that he just got arrested down in Fort Lauderdale.
For what?
I can't remember exactly what it was, but that was a charge.
Okay, I believe that he is caught in a lot of shit, right? But I don't think that he's always the what they call it,
Shit, bad guy.
the perpetrator. Yeah, the bad guy. I don't think he's always the perpetrator like they always accuse him. Somebody said he put a gun out on a girl. Somebody said I'm sure he's been looked at as what he forced himself on a couple women several times.
Well,
They said that about him. I don't think that.
I will agree with you on that. His circle is really the problem. His circle's really the problem.
Just gonna go there. Go ahead.
Mhm.
His circle's really the problem. But at the same time, he's known this how many years now. Is what I'm saying.
Over a
And
decade.
you still keep doing it, and you still keep going into the same situations.
So then we don't need to throw him under the bus. We need to tell him, give him some guidance.
We've been trying to give him guidance. That's the problem. That's what I'm saying.
It's like I hear exactly what you're asking, was, but I do agree exactly what Dre's saying too.
How long are you gonna give somebody guidance? Is my question.
Well, my thing is, okay, now do I sound like everybody else when I say, you know, you have to remember what Chris Brown is. You know, he was a child star thrown into the light, which means you get to watch him grow up in front of. We get to watch him grow up right in front of the world. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is you see everything many kids go through. I don't think we had the life he had, obviously, but you know, some people did have that kind of outgoing. You get in trouble. You know, some of us been pulled over for this. Some of us been in jail for that. You know, his is on camera. You know what I mean? So we see that. So we continue to say, damn, he just does so much. But has he really done more than the average, you know, kid growing up?
How many times you been to jail?
You know, I don't know that. You know what I mean?
You don't know how many times you been to
Oh, I thought you
jail?
said him. I thought you said him.
How many times?
I've only been to jail one time.
How many times you been to jail, Dre?
Me?
Yes.
I got arrested once. I got put in some
Okay.
bullshit box for a suspended license.
You sitting here saying like people go to jail every year, like every month or some shit.
Shit, if I was in a
Out of your 35 years of life, 33, I don't know how old you is. How many times you been in jail?
I've been once.
Compared to a celebrity.
But I mean, we can
Compared
go
to a
back and
targeted
forth.
celebrity.
We can go back and forth about that because think about it, a lot of his jail has been not directly tied to him. It's been like you said, his camp, people he rocked with, drugs found on tour buses, weapons found in his house that may not have been his, or just.
I agree.
But because the camera's on him, it's just that much easier to access it. Like I got weapons in my house, in my car, things like that. But I'm not a superstar, so they're not looking for it. You know what I mean?
So you feel like Chris Brown is being targeted, basically.
I do.
He's an
believe
easy
that.
target. Easy as target.
I believe he's an easy target. You're right, Dre.
Okay.
And nobody supports him.
And they
but
know he's
people
an easy
like
target,
me.
so they continue
plus
to.
two.
I don't think you can sit here and say that nobody support him when you just seen
No, he
all
has
these,
a major
when you
support.
see all these people just came out supporting him.
Team Breezy. You know what I'm saying? I freaking whole Team Breezy.
Hold on. Say it again. I ain't hear you.
I don't think you can say that nobody support him when everyone came out to support him. Everybody, literally, I haven't seen not one person outside of the news go against Chris Brown.
Okay, no. People do go outside of the news. People do go against him. In the news and outside of the news. But the ones that do support him, he needs that. Because if he is innocent, then it is necessary for these folks to defend him.
That's not what we're saying. You're saying that he didn't have any support, so now you're saying he do have support.
By his fans. But the picture that they paint of him is unfair for him. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I'll give you that. I agree with you on that. I do feel like he is a targeted individual, so I definitely do agree with y'all on that. But I do feel like he doesn't listen to the support that he does get. That's my opinion. I feel like he does have those individuals like T.I., those individuals like Diddy, those individuals like Puff. Like, bro, chill the fuck out. Get rid of your circle, clear this out. But he don't care. Like I said, he automatically over the years you've seen that he's a blood guy now over the years, and it just seems like it's been getting worse and worse. But I do.
No, it hasn't been getting worse for him representing blood. He hasn't been doing stuff like that lately.
I mean, I don't know, but I just know that his circle is what I'm saying. I'm not talking about him representing. I'm talking about his circle.
Yeah, and I think he even knows that. But I mean, he's probably. I mean, I've heard a lot of interviews with Chris Brown. That's what I like to do is do a little interview on some of them and let them speak their little mind. And his issue, he'll even admit in a heartbeat, is his trust. He trusts too many people. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, and that goes into your circle. So you got random people living at your house that you know shouldn't be there, but you tie yourself to those crowds. Then when he started going, gang affiliated. Of course, who you think you're hanging out with? You know what I'm saying? When you're on the West Coast, you got a big house on the West Coast now. Now you're hooking up with Tiger and all his blood folk, and this is your new circle, which means there's gonna be trouble around there. So again, you make the target very easy for yourself. So he could do a better job of, separate himself from these lifestyles or whatnot. But I don't know.
I just want to say, man, hey Chris, man, we here to support you. If you are not, if these allegations are false, we want you to go ahead and do exactly what you're doing. Sue for the defamation of character and all that stuff, because false accusations of this is some shit that we do need to get rid of. I know that there's going to be a lot of ladies out there saying that the statistics show that most accusations are true.
Actually, I just read
false.
a stat that says 2 in 10 are true.
2 in 10 are true. 2 in 10 are true, but I mean. I think that's reported statistics.
You're gonna find it.
2 in 10 are true.
Exactly.
2 out of 10.
I'm not gonna jump on that.
That's one thing I've read. Not say that's the one that goes, because someone will find one that says 8 and 10.
But yeah,
that's what I read.
Yeah, that's not a high probability.
And my thing is that that there are also allegations, not allegations, but there are also assaults that happen that are not reported, and that's a majority.
Exactly.
That I'm assuming to go to that percentage. But if these allegations are not true, I definitely co-sign Chris Brown doing what he's doing and going after the defamation lawsuit. And we'll support you on that end. But if the allegations do come true, I'm just letting y'all know. I'm sorry, but he can't only cross the line so many times. I'm sorry. That's just me. That's my personal opinion.
I got you.
That's just me.
But can they set him up? Can they set him up is my thing. If they could set him up, I think he's a victim of it.
Then be smart. Be smart about it. You know they're setting you up. You've been saying that for the longest. If you listen to his Netflix special about what he talk about, all the stuff that he went through, he has a Netflix special. And I definitely think that y'all should look at that.
I watched it.
It's actually pretty fucking dope.
It is very great.
Like he knows that people are setting him up. You got to move smart if you know that people are setting you up.
Man want to have sex.
You can have sex. Get you a girlfriend. Get you a wife.
Yeah.
What? Have sex, nigga.
But these hoes ain't loyal.
What you mean, nigga? He had Karuchi when they was running threesomes through these hoes.
He ain't got Karuchi no more.
He got this shit. How you know his?
That's the problem. That's the problem.
How do you know that his girlfriend right now ain't running through these hoes with his ass too? You don't
he got
know.
a girlfriend?
Yes, she was there.
He always got a girlfriend.
She was there. So I'm just saying, he just got to move smarter.
Yeah,
That's it.
I mean,
That's
that really is
That's
it. It's hard to go backwards, though, with that kind of lifestyle. And, I mean, I can easily tie that to Mr. Survivor R. Kelly and his whole situation.
Your
but
brother?
it's scary
Your twin?
to do that.
Your twin?
Because then you put them in the same, conversation.
No, that's
cool enough.
That's not true. Because if you're trying to link those two, there's a difference between underage and of age and consent and and then he did have an incident with Rihanna as far as abuse wise, but I haven't heard anything since then, so I'll give him a pass on that one. He was young at that time, and when you're young, she might have swung, she hit, whatever. Well, I'll scratch that one. That's the one thing I will scratch, because Rihanna said that she was also at fault at that.
She said she provoked him.
So yeah,
but that's still he's looked at as you shouldn't have done anything to her, and he was
19.
Right, man. So
real quick, they coming for him when he get older. They gonna Bill Cosby the shit out of him. Guarantee.
I don't know. I mean, that remains to be seen.
He grew up in front of camera, so all this stuff that we're talking about now, it's just like a record. It's there, and somebody will pull it when they're ready to pull it or need to pull it. If he tries to do something big, just like T.I., when he started going on his power trips and being so, holier than thou, and not in the bad way, because, I mean, he's obviously speaking very well for us, I think. So, people started going, but I'm serious. You trapped this and that and that and that. But he was like, okay, that's something I went through, I lived through, and I survived through. So now I've evolved, and I'm this guy now. And he hasn't really given us any reason to, to do anything else. Yeah. Like you said, but with Chris Brown, it's different because there's still things he's getting himself into. The most T.I. may have
keeping
did,
that trail.
The most T.I. did that I can remember was get some sex or some head from his own wife when he was in jail. You know what I'm saying?
That was funny.
That's about the biggest crime he's committed in the last 5+ years or so. Yeah. So, yeah. But, yeah, no, I mean, like you said, I don't want to make this a whole breezy conversation, even though we kind of did, talk about my boy a minute. But I support Breezy.
We know you support all fucking shit, rapists and all that shit. I'm just playing. I'm just playing all that shit. Yeah, man.
Harsh.
So I want to go ahead and keep this in the music world right now, man. We're gonna give a shout out to. Well, I guess we're not gonna give a shout out, man. In the latest news, the Game, man. Y'all boy, the Game is the pettiest guy in the rap game as usual. I want to go ahead and quote the line, and then I'm gonna play it because Dre hasn't heard this line. Read the quote, but. He has a new song coming out on his new album where he's going to be addressing your boy. Yeah, I guess if you want to call that addressing.
Nah, just blasting.
All right, so this line of this preview of this upcoming album said, "I held Kim Kardashian by her throat, nigga. Made her swallow my kids until she choked, nigga. I apologize because Ye is my folks, nigga.
Whatever.
Exactly.
That's my friend wife, so let me just stop.
Nigga,
But I'm
what?
still gonna put this out.
With all
for
due
y'all to
respect,
enjoy.
suck my dick.
Nigga, what, bro?
How you
So
stay-
this is a snippet right here of how the damn song actually goes.
Kim Kardashian. Throat, nigga. I made her swallow my kids until she choked, nigga. I should apologize, cause you ain't my folks, nigga.
Nigga.
Shit.
Don't apologize to me, bro. Just shoot me the fade
He
off
said I should
rip, bro.
apologize, but yeah, he been doing too much as far as saying things like that. Because in the past, I don't know if y'all watched his interviews when he spoke about having sex with 4 Kardashians.
I don't know about the
four.
4 Kardashians, but I do know that he
said
is
4.
vocal. He is vocal about having sex with the Kardashians.
Yeah, 4. He said 4 of them. They're like, well, who else? Because of course, they named Kim, Chloe,
With Bruce, nigga, that's what he has sex with.
Kim, Chloe. What's the other
Older
one?
one,
Courtney.
Courtney, Chloe,
And it wasn't.
Kendall,
They said it wasn't. He said it wasn't Kylie.
Chris.
Wasn't Kendall.
He said it wasn't
was
Kylie,
Kendall
so-
then.
Was it Chris?
But he let them guess. He was like, well, shit, y'all tell me who's left. You know what I'm saying?
It was Chris.
You know?
Yeah. What Watt said.
Yeah, it could be Chris. His mom, the mom.
I think he did. You know what I'm saying?
Ass up.
Yeah, but he said it. It's like he had an interview with Ellen DeGeneres, and he said all that on her show too. And it's like, damn, bro, like you just
Kim, Chloe,
Courtney.
Kendall,
Courtney.
Kylie, and Chris. So it's technically 7 that he could have
Yeah.
had sex with.
I don't think he confirmed like the 3. Everyone knows it's the main 3. You know what I'm saying? But the 4th one, he was just like, hey, I'll let y'all know. He said, I think she's in the in the family.
And
So I
Bruce.
guess it could have been a Jenner too. But he said it wasn't Kylie because Kylie was too young at that time. But it's like, damn. Then he's like, nah, but I don't go around talking about that because yay my fault. What?
That nigga, bro, yeah, bro.
What?
I'm sorry, bro. The game's so damn disrespectful. Get out of my face.
Yeah,
with
that
shit,
nigga
bro.
petty. He too petty for me sometimes, man. What? Why?
Yeah, he is something else,
Yeah.
man. But yeah, I just wanted to play that quick clip right quick, man.
Damn.
So we're gonna run down some new music that's just dropped over the past couple of weeks.
It's nothing.
You wanted to talk about, you was hyped about the Future album, bro. Go ahead and talk about that Future album that you was hyped about.
No, I wasn't hyped about it. I just I'm
now
glad
you
that it
wasn't
wasn't
hyped.
about a bunch of drugs.
Title
It-
was it Mr.
it
Hendrix
just-
presents
Say what now?
Oh yeah, Future Hendrix presents the Wizard.
The Wizard.
Yeah. It wasn't about a bunch of drugs. Have y'all seen any of the interviews? Because I damn sure haven't.
I don't pay attention to Future that much.
I haven't
to watch
watched the Future
interviews,
interview
I'm sorry.
in a while.
I did want to see the one that he did with his homeboy, but I can't find it for some reason. Well, it's on Future Radio, Free Bands Radio, or some shit.
I'm not sure. I know he do have he does. I think he has an Apple Music radio show. But Apple be having so much shit on here, man. I can't even keep up with all this shit that just be dropping.
Okay, that's probably what it is. But yeah, I like the album. It's 20 songs. I know that's a lot, but it's more. It sounds like more of the Monster, Beast Mode, and the 56 Nights type of content. So he talking a lot of shit, and Future ain't going nowhere, man. I think he's too talented and too creative. He's always gonna find a way to blend in with the next thing. It's a solid album to me. And what's the shit I like?
I mean, Future album is not bad. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to y'all. I did listen to it while I was at the gym. I still have not finished it, but the Future album is okay. It's a good workout, background music if you want to listen to it and all that stuff. But it does vibe. But to more important news that just dropped, my dog T Pizzle came out with his new single, "Get Your Roll On," featuring Tory Lanez, man. So we just gonna let y'all hear a little bit of this right quick. So that is your boy T-Pain coming through and dropping hot fire for y'all, man. He is back in his bag, man, out here snapping for y'all, man. So shout out to T-Pain for that, man. And then also you guys heard the new single that was dropped by J. Cole on the intro, Middle Child.
Yeah.
Let's give y'all thoughts on those two songs real quick.
Okay.
+2.
Yeah, the track was crazy, man. It was so
Which one?
smooth.
Which one?
Middle Child.
I mean, you got to talk about which one we just played. We just talked about two.
You just said that one.
And I know I said give your thoughts on those tracks.
Oh, okay. Well, if that's what you said, let's start with J. Cole, Middle Child. Being I'm a middle child, of course, I felt like I had to listen to it. But outside of that, I mean, the bars were there, the message was there. He let y'all know, okay, I'm gonna be here for a while. You know what I'm saying? And he put respect on all the OGs' names, even respected some of the new cats. But he was just letting new cats know, you know, move differently. You know what I'm saying? I like the part where he mentioned Kodak. He was like, I just wish Kodak had more guidance. The fact that he fucked with 21. I think one of the tightest things he said was, just left lunch with 21, about to meet up with Hove. Like, I'm fucking with different generations of music. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. So just remember that shit. And nigga said he ain't coming at nobody unless, you really need to. So, all them people like Lil Pump and all them people that took a shot at him, he ain't gonna go at him unless it makes sense to go at them. Like, okay, not just gonna fall into every beef trap like a lot of these rappers do. So he said a lot in that one track that was like, damn, nigga, okay, if this is what we gotta look forward to for the album, I'm all in. Let's go.
Yeah, man. You got anything on Pain?
Pain, get your roll on. I mean, it's more, how I'm a huge fan of T-Pain. This is expected out of Pain. Another fun song, keep him relevant, all that good stuff. I'm just excited for whatever the hell he put out. I don't care if this fool put out him humming on the damn track. It's going to be tight to me because I'm a fan. You know what I'm saying? But I like the fact that they let him perform this at Madison Square Garden. He got to perform this for the Knicks game halftime show. The video was crazy because I know he's into his drifting and his car game shit. So that shit fun as hell to watch the
had a video.
Yeah, they got a little play video of it, him the car drifting around him and shit like that. Shit crazy. And I'm excited, you know what I'm saying? Because people fucking with Pain again. And you know how long we've been advocating for Pain.
Yeah.
And people been counting Pain out, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why y'all counting this man out? Because Jay-Z told y'all to with the whole Death of Auto-Tune? Like, whatever reason, he never gave y'all reason to count him out.
That's true.
And I love his, I guess you could say, comeback to the world, but I feel like for us, we still follow him all the way through this process. So I'm just looking forward to him as well.
I feel you. Drizzy Mo, holla at him.
T-Pain, we know better, man. It's T-Pain. We know how musically inclined he is. And he's very talented. He can sing, he can rap, and he can produce. And blah, 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 blah. So, T-Pain, please, and thank you. J. Cole, the song is okay.
Okay.
So, what, it did not meet expectations, or you expected something bigger, or was there any expectation at all for you?
The music is boring.
So you were the rest of the world on that, okay?
Yeah, the music is boring. J. Cole is the shit, and I see it's starting to make sense. Well, it makes sense to me as to why he's up there with everybody that came out in his class, Drake, Wale, and all of them. But and he makes that flow that I can't stand sound so smooth. You know what I'm saying? I do appreciate that, but I don't know if it's because he's not making the beats anymore or something like that. But I want him to get can you give us that hip hop shit, like that crazy shit?
I thought that was that hip hop shit. I mean,
it wasn't. I
don't know. I feel like I feel like you got absorbed by the young music, and that's all you want to hear, even from the old heads, is the young music, but from them.
That is young. That flow is young.
That flow is young.
Yeah, okay.
I agree.
I just
the
meant
Forest,
I meant the
what's
music
the Forest Hills?
Yeah, Forest
That's
Hills
what I want to hear.
All right. I think actually, of course, I like Anwar said, that Pain is Pain, man. Pain back in his bag, snapping, making you some music that you can ride to and have a good time to. Tory Lanez came in, and he actually did his thing on that as well.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that cold song to me, it is okay. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's boring. I do feel like it is. I think a lot of people anticipate this song being on the Dreamville project that's gonna be coming out soon.
Okay.
I think this is like one of them throwaway songs just to let y'all know, hey, I'm paying attention. So I think that he's just out here just touching these niggas, letting y'all know I'm paying attention. I got my eyes out here, watching y'all. So I'm just letting y'all know if y'all really want me to get into my bag, I can get into my bag. But I think it was just a throwaway song personally. I think that the song is good. I think it is a song that I can listen to. I don't necessarily know if it's gonna be in heavy rotation, like a sicko mode or nothing like that. But it is a good song to me. I think it's a good, okay song to me.
I actually agree with that too, because I don't think he's trying to put one random commercial hit out. And the thing is, with him, he prides himself on not being commercial. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with you on that, but I think actually this time, because he made such a big noise about this Dreamville rollout, that he is going to actually do something that's going to actually be a big hit. I think that he is going to release something. I don't necessarily know if it's just going to be him or if it's going to be a collab song with Dreamville or whatever, but I think that he is going to release something coming soon. That's gonna be big. I'm keeping my fingers crossed because I still really want him to get that club banger, and that he never really had.
There you go. Right, right. That too. And I must contradict myself because as much as I'm saying I want to hear the hip hop thing, he is. I think he is making that flow. He's accepting that flow because I never heard him flow like that until that song that he got on with Jeezy and Kendrick. And ever since then, I've been hearing a lot of it.
He's switching. He's definitely been switching his flow lately.
Right, and I do like when he does that. But at the same time, he's smarter than me when it comes to music. Now, has he made a mistake with music? Wasn't it the album before last or whatever that people wasn't messing with? For Your Eyes Only.
I do remember somebody saying about one album that wasn't that good, but I actually liked it because they said that was I think that's the one that was Wash Your Clothes. I want to fold clothes for you, something like that.
Yes.
I think I know what you're talking about. I think I know what you're talking about. But
that was a personal joke.
I liked that album because I think they said that was that was the album that he was making for his daughter or something like that.
His daughter, didn't he dedicate a song to a little girl, which he always does, to a child or something that he met.
I do remember there was a song that he had met two of his fans, and they was like, "Can you make a song about me?" And that was the song.
Yeah, the little girl. He had a girl talking at the end. That shit was touching.
I can't remember, but yeah. Anyways, yeah, man. Shout out to them too, man. I want to give a quick rundown of a couple other releases that I wanted to give a shout out to, man. Your boy Jay Mills. I don't know if y'all remember Jay Mills. He dropped a little quick joint, man. Pay attention, it's free. That's his little album that he dropped out. A new guy that I've kind of been listening to. I actually started listening to him today. I haven't really gotten to the album. Dude that's signed to Shady Aftermath. Everything's for Sale by Boogie. Check it out, man. It's a good little listen. That shit be popping.
That's the nigga that was on the Cypher, right?
Yeah. That shit.
Man purse.
That shit be snapping. My girl Summer Walker, she dropped the EP, 4 songs, called Clear. I haven't listened to it yet, but I am a Summer Walker fan, and Dre's a creep, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna listen to it as well.
It's okay. It's not all that.
He's gonna listen to it as well.
What she had on, Dre, on her EP cover? that's how Dre tell you what shit.
A lightning strike through the window.
That's why it was okay.
Yeah, look clear through the window. Fucking rain. I can't stand the rain on my window.
Yeah,
but it's okay. It's not. I want to say earthy, but it's kind of. I hate neo soul term. She trying to do that, but still sound gangster, and it's okay.
Yeah. And your boy it's Tentacion. They dropped another album for him called Members Only Volume 4. That's I haven't really listened to it. I'm not necessarily a Tentacion fan, but I know a lot of you guys out there may be. So go ahead and give him a listen. And I did have 2 other albums I wanted to preach out. Actually 3. Your girl Dawn Richards. I don't know if y'all remember who Dawn Richards is.
No.
She was with Danny Kane, I believe.
I know.
Making the Band. One of them. One of them. She dropped the album as well. Damn.
Which one? The ugly one?
No, that's a cute one. That's a cute one. Well, which one is the ugly one? Shit, I don't know which one the ugly one. Shit.
The one from the first one. It was looked like she could beat your ass.
Oh, you talking about Babs, nigga?
She
you talking about Babs? No, we're not talking about Babs, man.
You talking about the one that was chopping?
Yeah, that's what he's talking about. He's talking about that making the band. That's DABAND, nigga. Hey, why you bullshitting? Their first album was snapping though. But Dawn Richards dropped.
Was she rapping?
Yeah. But Dawn Richards, she dropped New Breed. That's the name of her album. See, it's about 10 good songs on there.
Okay.
And for y'all people, y'all know y'all don't listen to this type of music, but I'm gonna go ahead and drop this for y'all real quick, man. The Backstreet Boys, my nigga.
I seen something about that. I thought
they dropped their DNA album. That shit fire. I'm lying. I haven't listened to it.
I'm about to say,
okay. You ain't listening.
telling me something because I don't think I'm gonna give that one a run. I'll let y'all have it.
But
I'll listen to. Okay, let's do it. What white people y'all listen to?
I listen to all white people music. So
right now,
right in life.
only ones. I hate to say it like that.
I'm a big EDM fan, so I listen to all that shit, bro. So.
The only white artist I give a chance right now is probably just like Maroon 5.
Jason Bieber, Maroon 5, jamming. Shit, nigga. Shout out to my nigga Dead Mouse, who I just about to give a shout out next.
I go back into the old school when I go to white folks like Linkin Park and all of them.
Dude, no, not.
That's where I go. I don't keep up with none of the new ones.
Why you bullshitting? That Linkin Park and Jay-Z album still up there. That's still up there, bro.
You're damn right it is.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm not up on the new one. Sorry, I'm like
musically
racist.
Shawn Mendes, what's his name? Neil.
Shawn Mendes be riding the ride.
Like G-Eazy, all of them. No, if it ain't on the radio, then I don't don't give him no shots.
No, me nobody listens to Jeezy.
What?
You sure you don't? If you
G-Eazy
listen to
album
all of,
snapping, bruh.
if you listen to
G-Eazy
everybody
album
else,
snapping.
then why not listen to him?
Because
Anyways,
I'm
man.
talking about singers.
Oh, we didn't say singers. You said music.
Okay. Ed Sheeran, Sean, what's the nigga name? Neum Horn, something like that. Slow hands when you
All right, Dre.
like
All right, Dre.
this.
We're moving on. We're moving on, Dre. We're moving on. We got a topic we got to get to
Oh,
today.
you know
So
who
I
that
mean,
is.
we got a topic we got to get
Don't
to.
forget the white people, y'all.
You tell yourself that. You don't listen to him. All right, man. So we got a
Yes,
topic
I
that we
do.
wanted to talk about today, man. So I'm gonna let Dre go ahead and get into this topic that we're gonna discuss for a little bit, man. So yeah, Dre, man, holla at the folk.
Okay, so Sin Santana, who is Joe Button's fiance, who is Dominican, she said something on Angela Yee's lip service about how black men love Spanish women, or yeah, Spanish women, because she prefers black men. All right, so she said she's not going to go there because black girls are going to take it personal, and the way she said it, we know our black women. They don't play that shit, and they if you give them something to say, they're gonna say it, and they're gonna say it 100 times over. So, long story short, I saw in the comments, one of the guys was like, "Yo, Sin, don't worry about what everybody got to say." And then a black girl came and said, "Everybody loves their race except black guys." I take offense to that for one, and I don't really like that because I know how I feel about black women. However, I know that they're more than just black women who are 100% black. You know, you kind of got the like the so-called biracial, and I don't like that word, biracial, multiracial, and shit like that.
Why is
So,
that not what they are?
hmm,
Is that not what they are?
have they called themselves that? Do they call themselves that, or do other people call them
Do
that?
they not call themselves Blasian?
Yeah,
Who?
I hear that
Do
shit
they
too
not call
much.
themselves Blasian?
Like
Blasian is something, but it's biracial something.
But they
Who
not call
came up with the
themselves
term?
Dominican?
Like, do you have to accept the terms that were given to you? Because I don't remember biracial when I was younger.
I feel you, but go ahead. What you saying?
So,
Get to the question, bro.
well, I just want to bring that to the table. What y'all think about considerably interracial relationships where a person is like half black or something like that?
All right, we're gonna
You
clear this
consider
up.
them black, and people identify with being black. Is it their choice or is it fucking definition's choice?
You're breaking up right quick, so we're gonna clear it up for him right quick because your feedback came back a little chopped up.
Okay.
But to Dre's point, San Santana went on Angela Lee Yee's lip service about how black men love dating Spanish women and how she preferred dating black men and something like that. There was a big outrage on Twitter, but the question that Dre has is, do you have to accept the term biracial or multiracial for those people who are mixed with whatever ethnicity you're mixed for, and also how do you feel about
Black women.
why is it that black women always look down upon interracial dating?
No.
No. All right. How do you
Why?
feel about why do people look down upon interracial dating? How do you feel about interracial dating? Period.
Why do black women think that every other race love their race, but besides black men?
Okay. So why do black women think that black men don't love them?
Yeah, the ones that say that dumb shit, because that's offensive to me.
Okay, so which one? Okay, the first, I guess.
Pick your favorite.
I'm gonna go with the second one, the dating someone outside my race. Is that kind of in the same bracket of what you're saying?
Yeah, but also considerably like people that's mixed with something. They're
What?
black, but they mixed with something else.
Yes. Okay.
I'll answer the second part where you say why do like I can't speak for black women obviously, but I would think that a lot of black women feel that way as far as black men are the only race that don't like only deal with their own race because it's almost true. You know what I mean? Like there are of course white men that date black girls and whatnot, but to me, these are all opinions obviously, I think it's a rarer case of white men dating outside of their race or Asian dating outside of their race or a Latino, Hispanic dating outside of their race than a black man. Because, I mean, there's black men that openly speak and say things like they prefer, and not just like they date outside their race. It's one thing to date outside your race. It's another to prefer and only date outside your race. As if you do think your race, black woman, is less than the us outside race. Like I know people that say, no, I only want to deal with white women, something like that. No, my thoughts on that. I think I won't say disgusting, but it's like a stage under disgusting because I feel like ain't nothing better than a black woman. You know what I'm saying to me. Now, have I dated outside of my
Right
race?
on.
I've dated a Hispanic in the fourth grade. Shout out to Karen. She was my first girlfriend. And I semi dated another Hispanic girl when I was like 20, 19 or 20. And what I mean by dated was, when I came in town, we hooked up. But as far as relationship, I've never been in a relationship outside of a black woman. So I can't really speak on that. But I don't know. Maybe it's just my upbringing. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have. My mother didn't date a white man or a Hispanic man. My father didn't date a white woman or Hispanic. That's all I know. So that's what I'm accustomed to. I wasn't forced to. You know how some parents say, hey, you stick to your own, blah, 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 blah. I wasn't. But then again, I was kind of raised and grown up only around my kind. I got a taste of, being around like white women and whatnot. But I never found that attraction, the physical attraction. Honestly, to be honest, before I let y'all take that, I didn't find another race. Well, let me not do that. I didn't find a white girl attractive until college, and that's being honest. Physically,
Plus two.
yes,
What's your ethnicity?
black.
Where your people from?
My father and mother from Panama.
So are you Latin American? Latin Afro? What
Afro-Latino.
is it?
Afro.
Yeah, is that a part of your ethnicity?
Um,
Afro.
technically, you can say that, but I guess that goes into the first question you asked, which is, do you have to accept it? Now, I don't run from the fact that my parents, I guess Latino based in a sense, but what I identify with is a black man. When that check comes up on that paper, it don't say, where your parents from. It say where you from and what are you. I'm a black American. I used to always joke when people say what you mixed with. I say black and brown. That's what I'll say. But technically, if I had to answer that question, it would be like, again, my parents, my dad's from Cologne, Panama. My mom's from Brooklyn, but her, parents and all her family is from Panama as well. So I don't know. I guess what would you be asking with that though?
He's basically asking you if would you accept the term somebody saying you're not black, you're a Latino.
No, no, I wouldn't. I mean, I think I'm black as it gets.
So when color comes into the mix,
I don't see color.
is it fair? No, not you.
I'm
Not
playing,
you.
man. I'm being funny.
Oh.
That's right. You can't see me. I don't see color.
But yeah, when color comes into the mix, is it fair to tell people like, well, you're actually, or based on, or scientifically, you're biracial or you're mixed race or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You're not necessarily black or you're not necessarily African American, but to just categorize them, because I don't think we came up with all of these categorical terms. I think that we just accept them because somebody else say this is what it is. You have mulatto, you have the fucking what is it, one drop rule, and now people are saying, oh, so and so is biracial. I didn't hear biracial until recently.
I've heard biracial all my life, to be honest with you. So I'm not this shit.
Of course you have. No, just
I don't know why, because I'm the only one that's not mixed with anything here. So
I know what you mean. They're expanding the labels a little more because I mean before it was solely African American. Now they take that away from a lot of places and just say black, or they'll say black, comma African American. You know what I'm saying? So.
And we don't come up with none of this shit.
Yeah, you just. You're
I mean,
right.
honestly, I don't think that's the case. I think some of the times we do come up with the shit because, I mean, shit. That's why do you think we come up with the shit like transracial, all this other trans shit? Some people do make it. I'm not sitting here saying that you're not wrong about that, but I mean, some people could.
No, you're right.
One of us could have made it.
There could have been a poll taken that says, "What do you prefer to be?"
And some people don't necessarily
as?
want to identify themselves as African American. They just want to identify themselves as black.
As black.
So
because
African diaspora, Pan African, Afro. It's almost like
because why do you have to put that next to it? Because you don't see on that same list of people. It doesn't say white American.
And especially you never heard. I've never heard, and I will agree with you on this. I've never heard of the term Afro-Latina until maybe the last 2 years.
Shit, I feel like
they created that.
I just heard that today from.
And they created that.
But I feel you. Man, I don't know what question I'm answering on that, but I feel like they are expanding the options. But I feel like it's more of just trying to cater to people being sensitive about what they want to be called. And it probably all started from us. Hey, I want to be a nigger. I'll be a Negro. I don't want to be a Negro. I'll be African American. My home was in Africa. I've never seen Africa, so I want to be black. So it's probably been a lot of debates, different polls taking place to get all of these levels. Who knows? All right,
Dre, to flipping your own question back to you, man. Interracial dating. Afro Latino, whatever the fuck you want to call yourself. Go ahead and answer your own question, bro.
Okay, so I'm one of those guys that's black as hell. I always say this. I'm like one of those Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, even Huey P. Newton type of guys. So one thing that I always keep in mind is first I love my black women. I like them jet black, and when I say jet black, I mean black as hell. That's my favorite complexion.
That
Wesley
girl from
Snipes black
And
that
or
girl from
Bernie Mac
Quincy ain't
black?
that girl from Quincy ain't black though.
I don't know no girl from Quincy. I don't talk to no girl from Quincy.
Okay.
But anyway, so so that's my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? And I've always found it difficult to date outside my race. For one, I don't like all of the pressure. I don't like people looking at me funny. And I'm gonna be real with you. One time I went somewhere with my neighbor. Now this is when I was a young rattler. I went somewhere with my neighbor. I felt so uncomfortable. She was a white girl. We went to Winn Dixie, and I was like, man, I don't know if I could do this again. We walked in the store. I was like, man, this shit feels so uncomfortable. But my family, they love white girls. That's just I don't know what it is, but I just say I have relatives, and that's their thing. Not for me. Now, how do I feel about Latino women, Latin women, whatever you call it? I love the way they look, but I also like their culture. I like the Latin culture. I do believe that there are some similarities, given that most of them come from African descent. People of African descent, and at the same time, we do know that enslaved Africans were brought from Africa all the way up the coast, from South America, Central America, the Caribbeans, and North America. And most of the black people are in Brazil. To be honest, there are more black people in Brazil than there are in North America. But if I can't talk with a woman about my black history and brag, because I do hold us to the highest regard, it's not going to work. For one, it's not going to work. Now, I have been curious about Afro Latino women, though. I will say that.
Okay. Well, I mean, guess that answers that. I mean,
But I've met one. I've met one who told me I'm not Spanish. I'm black. She's like, yes, I got some Spanish in me, but I am black. And she was dark skinned.
She went to fam.
Yep, she went to fam.
That's why.
All right, to answer your question, because you're not answering your question. To answer your question, I do agree to the point that you can identify to yourself whatever that you want to identify with when it comes to if you're of mixed ethnicities. Like you said, if you're a Spanish and you identify with black, you can identify with whatever culture you're raised with. Anwar, Panamanian ass, he's raised black. He was raised black, and so all he knows is the black culture. Because I'm pretty sure he doesn't know too much about the Panamanian culture.
Nope.
Where I think that may be the case for the most mixed ethnicities. Me personally, I've never dated interracially. I've only been with one person that wasn't black, and that's another story for another day. That's another story for another day. But yeah, I've never dated anyone outside of African American, and it's not because I don't find them attractive or nothing like that. To be honest with you, I just feel like culturally that we don't mix, or maybe because while you're playing. On the flip side, there are also those Latinos out there who are mixed with black who don't identify with black and identify with just Latinos because their Latino side is just as racist against black people as
the colorism.
Colorism as white people as
True
well.
story.
So, and I don't know as far as me dating white chicks and all that stuff. I think me personally, everybody looks at me and think I'm either mixed with Spanish or white or whatever because I'm light skinned. I'm mixed with dark skin. I'm mixed with, deep down the line, but I'm mixed with dark skin and light skin. That's it. I'm mixed with dark black and light black. I'm black, nigga. I don't have anything else in me.
What he's really trying to say is he doesn't want to deal with any white women because he doesn't want any invisible ass babies.
Wrong.
If his light skinned ass, a white girl make a baby.
I don't have any problems with dating white chicks because
they'll be
white chicks don't find me. I guess they feel like I've heard this
black
before.
As hell.
No, I've heard this before. I look threatening. I'm a 6'2" big dude. I'm not a small dude. Yes. I guess they say I look threatening.
You look black.
And I act black too. So shit.
That's my thing.
So I mean, I don't. It's not that don't find them attractive or anything like that. I just don't. I've only loved and I've only been around black women. Black women accept me. I love black women. Black women is my culture, and I was raised around nothing but black women. So that's the reason why I'm always around black women. And I went to school that was mixed and all that stuff. And I went to y'all seen my high school shit. Y'all went to Edgewater. Y'all went to y'all know Dr.
Yeah,
Phillips.
Of course.
Shit, everybody went. How the hell you went to DP and you ain't never been with no white chick?
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
sorry. Well,
take it a step further. You went to
Ghetto as
FAMU,
hell.
right on the other side of Florida State, and same thing there. You could have easily had
Yeah.
your pickings of white women, and that's where I could have as well. And I said, I always said this, and it came off wrong to some, but I'll still say it. I was spoiled with my black women at FAMU, which means I didn't have to. Like, why did I even want to or dare step on the other side? Some people be like, well, just do it and it's because they were brought up to almost think and carry themselves as if a white woman was just a better woman.
But while you
a
playing
different
though,
catch.
while you playing, growing up when I moved to Tampa, Latino women thought that it was better than black people, so they didn't want to fuck with no black dudes. So
I agree, I understand that.
so
yeah.
that's the reason why
Yeah.
I mean shit. I love all type of women. If you whatever you want to date, you could date. It is what it is. I don't really have anything against interracial dating and that's that. And against your point, I've actually seen more white men marrying black women than black men marrying
White girls.
outside of white girls.
I think I see
Personally,
the
to be
other
honest
way,
with
yeah.
you, I haven't seen that many black men marrying white chicks lately. Dating maybe, but white men are marrying black women, and I don't understand why women are sitting here saying that black men don't appreciate. To Dre's point, the white woman win. I mean,
That's
the black
offensive.
women win.
Yeah.
We are out here appreciating y'all.
I know what you mean.
We are out here appreciating y'all. Like I said, that's all I look for is because I want to have me a culture that I could grow up in and my kids could grow up in and won't have to have any difficulties and all that stuff.
Exactly.
I love black women. That's all I've ever wanted was a black woman. I mean, if I have nothing against if a Latino woman or anything, me and them start dating in the future, but that's all I've ever. I appreciate the strongness of a black woman.
Yeah,
so
I
that's all I
understand.
gotta say. That's it. I don't really got too much to say on this topic. I just decided to throw my 2 cents in there.
No,
Yeah, it
you
is.
said a bit much. You said a bit much. Now I do feel sorry for the light skinned women who do consider themselves black and do have some mixed features or whatever, and they grow up being targeted by some girl, especially some ghetto
Like
ass
Anwar
girl.
just targeted me.
Hey,
Yeah,
Thank you.
right.
Watts is my
But
white
yeah,
friend.
but they get targeted and almost kind of like, picked on by certain girls who I don't want to say it's because of jealousy because I don't know why, but but they do consider themselves black. They raised around black people, and they kind of called out because of their parents. It's just not really up to them. And I must say, now I do have I have some relatives through marriage that they're my family and they're white, and yes, they're my family. They're good people. You know what I'm saying? Which really ain't got nothing to do with nothing.
Yeah, I was waiting for you to bring that back
I
home.
just realized that.
You've been getting
But real
sidetracked the
quick,
whole topic.
Can we talk about why we like black women? Because I real quick, I do want to say, like Watts, when I say I'm black as hell, like I also identify with my ghetto, like a product of the ghetto, and I feel like I'm too black for certain. Like you gotta be able to snap your neck at me. You gotta be able to say certain shit.
You talking
You
about
know,
preferences?
that
You talking about preferences now? So that's your preference.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
your
saying. Can we talk about why we like black women? And one thing that I've almost like require is a certain type of snappy attitude that I only can get from a black woman. Like that is what I need in my life.
about to say that. I
Otherwise,
don't know,
I
bro.
ain't gonna respect you.
Them Latinos are way more
Yeah.
snappier than black women.
They can be. They can be.
So hey, maybe it's not. I think we're related through struggle. I think black and Latinos are related through struggle.
Well, I'll jump from right there to segue off of what you're getting at or what you're about to say. And I agree. The reason why I can't deal with any other woman for a lifelong time period is because it's hard enough to get a woman, no offense, to understand you, let alone to understand what you go through on a day in and day out basis, the things we have to worry about and think about when we leave our homes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate to always take it to a race point, but this is what we're talking about, so we'll go there. For example, like if I get in my car and say I'm wearing a fitted hat that day, and I take my fitted hat off to drive wherever I'm going, it's like that's something that black men do think about. You know what I'm saying? Like we just feel like, okay, that fitted hat will be a target for a white cop or someone that just looks at you. It's been a target for me a couple of times, so it's not just me saying, okay, I'm reaching. This has been a target for me. dealing with a woman outside of a black woman, they may not understand it. They're gonna just say, "Well, you think it's that serious? I really don't think it's that bad." You will never understand, so therefore you will never get me. That alone is enough for me not to be with you because you just will never
Yeah.
understand. And if I have to
Right.
continue to break it down to you, that's just creating more work. You might you might listen to me every day, hear me complain, hear me vent, but now I'm either an angry black man that you just love, or you just deal with it and feel sorry for me. I don't want you to feel sorry for me. I want you to understand that this is what
To
life is for me.
connect to
To
my
be
shit.
exactly. And the thing is, with a black woman, she deals with these same struggles in her day in and day out. Whether that's workplace and her boss is a white man or anything like that. These are things that another race just won't get.
Yeah.
Specifically, white race. Sorry.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I think you kind of get into you piggybacking on the same point I was making. That's cultural barriers, where I mean, it's a culture that we already are raised in and used to, and all that stuff. Whereas, any other ethnicity, they're used to their
Yeah.
type of lifestyle, and they're not used to the pressures that we feel going raised up and what. So I think I agree with both of y'all on those points. Dang, I had another point I was going to make, but I just drew a blank real quick. But yeah, man.
Well,
So.
last thing, man. What made me bring up the Afro Latina thing is because I seen a couple videos today. Some people of the Latin community, and they was trying to figure out their ancestry, and they were saying like, yeah, I'm African. I know I got curly hair, and the color of their skin is, and they were proud. They were proud to be considered. They were proud to be considered African or of African descent. So I was just trying to throw that into the mix to see, is it okay? Is it okay to mingle with that? But do black women accept that?
So I think you're saying that we
Uh,
could basically identify. So basically, well, I see
it's
what
a
you're
touchy
saying. I see what
subject.
you're saying, but I think you basically saying you can accept whatever culture that you want to be a part of if you're mixed, if you're in that mixed back in that mixed ethnicity, right?
You could do what you want, but I want to know I would like to know what the black community accepts and don't accept, because I think we just kind of, if it ain't black, then we don't fuck with it.
I ain't got nothing on that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he kind of reaching a little bit on that one,
Yeah, I'm not
but
sure what you're asking exactly for that one.
yeah.
Maybe it's with just the women. Maybe it's with the women.
And that was
Huh?
my topic right there. Okay, that was my topic right there.
That's what you gonna say?
Yes, that was what I was gonna say. Is that me personally? I don't need all black women aren't snappy. I don't. Me personally, I don't need that.
I feel you.
So I don't want that. So I think that stigma also of black women are automatically are angry black women, snappy and all that stuff.
I ain't say angry.
I ain't saying angry, but that snappy kind of alludes to it a little bit. I don't think all black women are snappy like that. The reason why I love black women is because I feel like they're stronger and can handle a lot more pressure. And they don't always snap, because my grandmother, I've never seen my grandmother snap on this day, and she's the strongest woman I've seen in my life. So that's the reason why I want a black woman, because I feel like they're stronger than the average woman out here. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Dre saying though, all I'm saying to Dre's point, if you identify as black and you feel like you want to identify yourself as black and you have black in you,
With
you
pride,
can
yeah.
with pride,
If
you
you're
can do
proud
so.
about
You
it.
can do so with pride. That's my point.
Yeah, you don't have to be defined by, because people argue about whether somebody's black or not with all these fucking scientific terminology. If a
And
person want to be black and they got black in them, then I think, hey, come on in.
and to wrap up Dre's point, because Dre keep trying to drag this motherfucker on, and to wrap up Dre's point,
My bad. I'm sorry, y'all.
date who you want to date. Date who you want to date. If it makes you happy, if you want to live life with that person, and you feel like you can fight through those cultural differences with that person, date who you want to date. Be happy. Shit, we living in 2019. Shit, in about 4-5 more years, this whole fucking world gonna be mixed with something. So shit.
Yeah, true story. That's how these different pigmentations got here from that.
Exactly. That's the reason why I'm so light skinned now. So fuck y'all.
Yeah, true story.
Anyways, let's go ahead and move on to sports right quick, man. We don't really have too much, man. The Pro Bowl just got cut off. The AFC just whooped the fuck out the NFC. The Pro Bowl is trash, y'all. I just want to let y'all know that, man. This shit is basically
Yeah.
touch football, bro.
Yeah, I
That's
seen it.
really
It's
all it was.
nothing.
They're not even tackling no more.
Yeah,
They
running out the sideline.
Yeah, that shit's trash.
Not even
man.
reaching, not diving for catches.
That shit trash. I think we need to go ahead and get the goddamn Pro Bowl up out of here.
I see Andrew Luck throw one to the end zone, and Buddy, like, he tried to reach for a little bit. He's like, I ain't gonna get this. He just let that shit go.
Yeah, man. So
I'm like, y'all whack.
NBA, we don't really have too much in the NBA
Nah.
news. We're getting ready to prepare for the All-Star weekend coming up. Oh shit,
Captains.
I'm tripping. Let me back up, man. I'm tripping. NFL, man. Yeah, we had a crazy
Oh,
playoffs
yes, we
in the
did.
past couple weeks. The Saints got cheated, so they're going to be in the Super Bowl. The Los Angeles Rams going to be in the Super Bowl because the refs cheated the fuck out the Saints, and
Told y'all niggas.
the Patriots are going to also be in the Super Bowl
Because they got Tom Brady.
because shit, I can't even lie to you about that. Brady's just that good, but the overtime rules suck. Because if Mahomes would have had the opportunity, I think that
Yeah.
KC could have won that in overtime. But unfortunately, man, that guy Brady is back in the Super Bowl. That's a bad motherfucker, dog.
What can you say, man?
Can't stand his ass, but that's a bad
Yeah,
motherfucker.
we're witnessing greatness with Tom Brady. We know it. I mean, they call him White Jesus. Oh, he is Jesus supposed to be
Wait,
white.
what?
They've been calling him White Jesus.
I ain't calling his ass that.
Nah,
shit.
I would never do that. You know what I'm saying?
Um,
But still, they just. I mean, we're witnessing greatness. I mean, he really is the best quarterback I've ever seen in any of the generations that I've been through. I guess you could say. And whether you want to love him or not, you got to respect the fact that he's a fucking winner.
Yeah.
The dude wins games, man.
Yes,
Whether
sir.
he deflates the ball or not, he wins.
And he's gonna be he's fucking fuck Tom Brady. But,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I do want the Los Angeles Rams to win the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl will be going on next weekend, February 3rd.
Yep.
At 6 p.m.
Where at?
Here in ATL,
Yes, sir.
Georgia. If you are in the Atlanta area, man, already go downtown. I'm actually doing volunteer work
Okay.
for the Super Bowl. I'm actually been out there already for the Centennial Park. For a free concert that they're giving out there, man. It is
Okay.
actually pretty freaking dope. I suggest if y'all are in town, if y'all whatever, because I know the whole fucking city gonna be crazy next weekend, which I low key have anxiety about. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, but at Centennial Park, man, they're having a whole bunch of free concerts out there, and that's pretty much the area to be in downtown Atlanta, and it's gonna be crazy, man. Come out, enjoy yourselves. If y'all see me out there, you probably won't recognize me because I'm gonna be covered up, but whatever.
Cold as a motherfucker.
Exactly, it's gonna be cold as fuck up here. But yeah, man. Shout out to the Los Angeles Rams. I hope y'all beat the Patriots' ass. We are not gonna be doing the episode next weekend because of the Super Bowl, but we'll make sure we'll give y'all an update on our next episode, man. And moving on to the NBA news, like I said, All-Star Weekend is coming up soon. LeBron James is going to be making his return within anticipated making his return in the next couple of weeks. Hopefully so, because I got these tickets to this Hawk game, and if LeBron ain't playing, I'm putting the bitches up for sale if y'all want to buy these shit.
When is that game?
The 13th, February 13th. February
Shit, I need to
13th.
get some tickets.
February 13th.
Me and Monique come sit next to y'all. All right.
All right, because I'm on the floor, nigga. What you talking
Fuck
about?
y'all.
All right, man.
Tickets.
Eastern Conference standings right now. Milwaukee is still at number 1. Toronto is number 2. Indianapolis Pacers at number 3, man. Shout out to Victor Oladipo, man. He had a season-ending injury the other day, man. I think his knee or something like that, man. He ruptured a tendon, man. Prayers up to him, man. I hope he recovers soon. I know he's not going to be back this season, but, man, hopefully, he could continue to have a great career. Philadelphia 76ers are holding on at number 4. Boston is at number 5. Nets are at number 6. Miami at number 7. And Charlotte Hornets at number 8. And Orlando, yeah, you're not in there.
Thank you. I was waiting for that.
Western Conference Finals, man. We have Golden State at number 1. Western Conference standings. Golden State at number 1. Denver Nuggets at number 2. OKC at number 3. Portland at number 4. Houston Rockets at number 5 with James Harden out here scoring 50
My
every
goodness.
fucking night.
That's all I'm hearing about.
Yeah.
Even though they be losing, but he's still out here scoring 50 every night. That nigga's fucking crazy. Utah Jazz at number 6. San Antonio Spurs at number 7. And the Los Angeles Clippers at number 8, man, while the Lakers are sitting at the number 9 seed right now. Yeah, man, they really need LeBron to come back in order for them to make a stint. And they also had a big hit when Lonzo Ball went down as well with an injury. I think he's going to be out for maybe like another 3 weeks or something like that. But yeah.
Yeah,
Man.
and Rondo
Do he
came
be
back.
balling?
Lonzo, he pick his days.
I mean,
He has his day. When he balls, he balls. When he doesn't do a shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that Braun being gone, he has no choice but to step up. Mainly because
shit, he out, so he can't step up.
I'm sorry, when Braun left officially because he was still in, and with
Kuzma
Rondo
actually
out.
been stepping up actually.
Yeah, Kuzma been disappointing me, but we won't stay on them too long. But yeah, Rondo came back and had a hell of a first game back. That nigga came back and damn near double right out the gate. He let them know like, hey, that experience means a lot. He may not be as athletic as Kuzma and Hart and all of them, but he slowed the game down, not too much, but just enough to make sure that every possession counted. And then they beat, I forgot what team they played for when he came back. I did catch the game last night. I don't know if you guys watched Boston and Golden State.
Golden State whooped their ass.
Yeah, well, barely. It was a close game the whole time. Actually, Golden State was,
Yeah, shout out to Boogie Cousins. He's back
Yeah.
in, but he's not actually as effective as he was with the
Not at all.
Pelicans. But he's back in. The
Not at all.
rotation.
He's doing his thing. But we didn't get too much in the All Star. I'll just give that at least the captains. The captains have been chosen for East and West. Looks like Giannis is going to hold down the East for being the East's captain for the All Star game, and of course LeBron is going to be the fucking captain for the West.
How do y'all feel about that? LeBron ain't played half the season.
And
He
he
about
captain.
to captain. I mean,
I don't like the whole thing. I've been
The
saying
name.
that.
It's his name.
I mean, I agree with you on that, but whatever. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Whatever. All-Star Weekend is in Charlotte, man. Shout out to Kemba Walker because he did get announced as a starter in Charlotte, and that's big.
good.
That's big, man.
That is
so
very
that's
big.
So,
That West team, that freaking All Star West team. Have you seen it?
but hold on. I thought that this is my thing. I thought that they were doing they're not doing the pool pick and shit no more.
They pick their teams, don't they? I thought they picked their own teams.
I thought they picked their own teams, but they still got the East starters and the West starters now. That's what they announced.
Yeah, because I see it looks like you see the West starters
That's what I'm
here.
saying.
Yeah,
But I
That-
thought they picked their own teams. Maybe they changed. I don't know. We'll
Yeah, I
we'll
don't
look
know
into
either.
that. We'll still have an episode before the All-Star game come up, so we'll talk about that a little bit
I
more.
want to look
in
into that, see if they did or not.
They might have switched it up again. But anyway, I mean, which I give the NBA applause to because they're trying to be creative. I like that. So whatever.
Oh yeah.
Let's go ahead and run down these shows right quick so we can get up out
Let's
of here.
talk about Pacquiao and Broner real quick.
Nah, man, fuck Pacquiao and Broner, man. You already know Pacquiao won. Broner is trash. Yeah, let's keep it moving to these shows. Let's go ahead and talk about the show that y'all watched. Killer Mike, Trigger Warning. Hold up, did you watch that? You said you watched it, right, Dre?
No.
Which
No,
one
I
y'all
watched.
said?
I watched one of them.
Which one you said you watched?
What's the other one called?
The Firefest?
No, the one. Sorry, the one with the. Damn, I remember the episode I watched. I can't remember exactly which
I
show
don't know what
it
you're talking
was.
about. Whatever, man. Killer Mike has a new Netflix show called Trigger Warning, and that's what it's called, right, Dre?
Yeah.
Yeah, Trigger Warning, and it's basically, I think, what is he trying to do on this show? Oh, so you just wanted me to put it on the list, and you don't even know what the fuck it is.
If I'm not
All right,
mistaken,
man.
just from the episode I did watch, what Killer Mike was doing, he was making sure that he only survived off of black-owned businesses.
Mm-hmm.
So the episode started with him saying, "How do I end up on this damn pretty much this bench, this bus bench, with nowhere to stay?" Because he made it his business, no matter what, whether it's food, shelter, anything. I will not purchase it or pay for it if it's not black-owned or like pretty much black raised. So everywhere he went, he just couldn't find nowhere. He's tried so many places. They're like, yeah, there's a black owner, but I buy my stuff from this white guy. Da 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 da. So he's like, nope, that's not good enough. He wanted everything he does to be black owned, and it just shows that we don't have enough power in our communities, and that was what he's trying to expose more or less.
So basically, this, and to Anwar's point, that's kind of what this synopsis is about. The show is a 6-episode season of rapper Killer Mike exploring issues in America that affect the black community, including drugs, gangs, religion, and poverty.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm assuming what Anwar just said is hitting it on the head. He's going around, basically trying to discuss the issues that we face as a black community. So yeah,
Pretty
man.
much, yeah.
Shout out to that. Shout out to Killer Mike for that, man. I've heard good news about it from the people that I've talked to, man. Y'all go check that out real quick.
It was pretty deep. I mean,
Killer Mike is too smart for niggas, man. That's all I know.
I mean, before we leave that, it was so serious to the point where he went out to the strip club and was like, "Hey, I'm not even gonna take an Asian dancer or nothing. If you're in a black dancer, you gotta get off." And they had a
hilarious.
scene where they showed that. It
That's
was pretty cool.
hilarious.
Like,
Oh, so you did watch it?
Yeah.
Oh, you just said you did.
I just only watched one.
Oh, well, okay. Well, then shit. All right.
Have you
Shout
ever
out to-
had anything other than a black stripper?
I did have this Latino stripper once, but let's go ahead and move on, man. Shout out to The Punisher. The Punisher just dropped this Netflix special, Netflix season 2 this past weekend. Dope, a lot of violence. Check it out.
A lot of violence. That's your kind of shit.
You know, if y'all Marvel heads,
Okay.
it's dope. It's dope. It's almost reminiscent of Logan. If y'all,
Okay.
shit. Like I said, that's the number one hero movie to me right now. So man, shout out to that. One of my top shows that dropped Black Monday on Showtime with my
Yes,
dog Don
sir.
Cheela. I told Anwar about this last week, and he checked it out while he was up in the mountains and shit, skiing with his feet up, getting drunk and shit.
That part.
I was hating on his trip. Fuck that nigga trip.
That part.
Fuck you too, Dallas, nigga.
That part.
These niggas had a big ass jumbotron TV screen watching this shit. These niggas get on my fucking
80
nerves.
inch.
Yeah, you see it, man.
Right.
Fuck y'all.
Niggas want to take pictures on Instagram with them just sitting in the bed by
Flexing
themselves.
for the
Nigga, y'all
gram.
Niggas some flexers, nigga.
Flexing for the
Ain't
gram.
your goddamn house.
80
But yeah,
inch.
man, it's a comedy featuring Regina Hall, man, on Showtime, and then when I sit here and tell you, it's hilarious.
It is,
I think
man.
episode 2 is officially going to come on tonight, so I'm going to be tuned in for that, man.
Yeah.
on Sundays. It airs on Sundays, so be sure to check
Showtime.
that out. Showtime. What else? Y'all got anything else?
Nah, just waiting for Black Lightning to drop, and other than
Black
that,
Lightning already dropped. I told you that.
oh, that's right. Well, I didn't watch it. Well, I need to go watch it.
Yeah, Black Lightning has dropped back in October or maybe November. But Black Lightning season 2 has officially launched. It came back from its winter break last week, and yeah, man, Black Lightning. This is actually pretty good season as well.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
The daughter is actually she's starting to figure out how to control her powers. And
That's
stuff now.
good.
So there is one.
Y'all heard about Manifest? Oh my bad. I mean,
Manifest is a TV show on NBC with the plane disappeared. I tried it for like 3 episodes, got lost into it. That shit's trash.
Okay, it ain't worth it. Then.
I got lost too.
It's right there.
Fuck it, damn.
Amanda Seales. If you guys don't know who Amanda Seales is, Amanda Seales, she dropped her HBO comedy special. She's the light skinned girl on Insecure, the one that was pregnant and with the husband and all that stuff. She dropped her comedy specials. I've heard great reviews about it, but me personally, it's not my type of comedy. It was okay, well, nothing stellar, but I've heard good reviews about it from other people. So I was trying to see. Let me check I asked a question on Instagram to see if people want to tell me their opinions about it, but I haven't heard anybody say anything about it. So I guess, hey, it is what it is, man. But y'all shout out to Amanda Seales, man, for dropping her comedy special. Actually, here's
Where's
one.
that?
It's on HBO.
Okay.
2 comments that I just read. It's 2 minutes in, and I hate it. I really wanted to laugh more. She didn't seem to have the basis of stand up down. I'm biased. I went to DP with her, but I support her. She did go to Dr. Phillips. Shout out to Dr. Phillips. She did go to Dr. Phillips. And that's to a couple other comments. I think it's just not my type of comedy, and that's the reason why I kind of wanted to see what other people are opinion about. But I've heard
What's
good
she
news.
talking about?
She's talking about being a black woman, racism, growing up in America. It's a little bit. It's mostly racially motivated and feminist motivated. But hey, this is her first stab at comedy, actually doing stand up. But I do want people to go out and support. If you have any good feedback, if y'all have any negative feedback, holler at us at Instagram, on Twitter, at LRBanner407, because I definitely want to hear y'all feedback on it. Like I said, the comedy might just not be for me.
Yeah.
Her style of comedy, because that's kind of the way it is for a lot of people.
I might check it just for curiosity.
But it's pretty big, man. But
Think she gonna make it next season?
she already. It's a stand up special.
She got a special. She already made it. Yeah.
Okay, it's not a series type joint.
So, man, let's go ahead and run down these social media outlets so we can get up out of here, man, too, man. You got anything you want to close with? You have one today or nah?
Nah.
All right, so, man, let's go ahead and run down these outlets, man, too. Go holler at the folk.
No, I will. Anyway, guys, y'all know where y'all can find me on Instagram. Let's start there with Anwar, W_357. That's ANWAR, the letter W_357. You can find Big Pluko on Facebook at Anwar Williams, ANWAR, last name Williams. Pluko, don't forget the big. Dre, talk to him.
It's your boy Dre, aka Drizzy, Dre, aka Open Sesame. Goddamn, government finally opened up temporarily. You can holler at your boy, _Dre_LRB. I gotta post a couple pictures because people don't even know who the hell I am.
Well, Nick, you just said that you ain't have the app on your phone no more.
Yeah, I be taking it off because I've spent fucking an hour and a half looking at bullshit. I say, man, get out of here.
That's the problem with most people in this society, unfortunately, man. But yeah, man, this your boy Watts. You can hit me up on Instagram and Twitter at WATTS4. That's Watts 4 on both Instagram and Twitter. And make sure to hit up the Locker Room Banter podcast crew on both Instagram and Twitter at LRBanner407. That's LRBANTER 407 on Instagram and Twitter. And the Locker Room Banter podcast show on Facebook. From the Locker Room Banter podcast crew, we out.
This right here is my
and put some respect on Soulja Boy name. You heard me?